Listen up, because I'm only saying this once. You're not going to outman me. You're not going to out-tough me, out-cold me, or manipulate me into thinking your walls, your defenses, your so-called masculinity is anything but a flimsy mask for your unhealed wounds. That tough girl act, that I don't need nobody vibe, that sharp tongue you wield like a blade, it's not strength. It's not power. It's you dodging the real work of facing your emotions and owning your actions. And let me be crystal clear, it's pushing you further and further away from the kind of woman any real man would want by his side. You think throwing up that hard exterior, acting like you're untouchable, makes you look strong? Doesn't. It makes you look scared. It makes you look like you're running from accountability, hiding behind this fake armor of masculinity because you're too afraid to deal with the mess inside. You're not fooling anybody. Not me, not any man worth his salt. We see right through it. That defensiveness, that need to control every situation, that refusal to let your guard down, it's not a flex. It's a flashing neon sign screaming, I'm hurting and I don't know how to handle it. And don't you dare try to pin this on me or any other man saying we brought this out of you. That excuse is as weak as it gets. Blaming me for your emotional immaturity is no different than a man raising his fist and saying, you made me do it. It's cowardly. It's a cop-out. Nobody makes you act the way you do. Nobody forces you to shut down, lash out, or play this tough girl game to avoid vulnerability. That's on you. You're choosing to lean in to this false narrative of being unprotected as if that justifies your behavior. Newsflash, it doesn't. It just makes you harder to love, harder to connect with, and eventually undesirable to anyone who's looking for a real partner, not a project. You want to know what real power looks like? It's not yelling louder, cutting deeper, or pretending you don't feel anything. Real power is owning your emotions, every single one of them. The hurt, the fear, the anger, the love. It's sitting with those feelings, sorting through them, and figuring out why they're there instead of throwing them at someone else like a grenade. Real power is saying, yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm not going to let that define how I show up in the world. It's taking accountability for your actions, your words, and your growth instead of pointing fingers and playing victim. You think you're protecting yourself by acting like this? You're not. You're pushing away the very people who could actually see you, value you, and stand by you. You're sabotaging your own happiness. And for what? To prove you don't need anyone? To keep up this charade that you're unbreakable? Let me tell you something. Nobody worth having wants an unbreakable woman. They want a real one. A woman who's strong enough to be soft, brave enough to be vulnerable, and mature enough to say, messed up, and I'm working on it. So here's the deal. You want to keep playing this game, hiding behind your masculinity, dodging accountability, and blaming everyone else for your choices? Go ahead. But don't be surprised when you end up alone, surrounded by walls you built yourself. Or you can stop right now. You can decide to face the mirror, own your shit, and do the hard work of healing. Stop running from your feelings. Stop pretending you're something you're not. Get real with yourself. Get help if you need it. Therapy, a mentor, a friend who will call you out with love. Start asking yourself why you're so afraid to let go of this act. Start figuring out who you are when you're not hiding.